Exclusive coverage of the 1991 U.S. National Outdoor Championships, featuring the women's finals doubles matchup of Susan Pfahler and Mary Lyons against Lauren Sheprow and Robin McBride. In the men's doubles finals, we'll have Greg Fries and Brian Hawks from California against the East Coast combination of Tim Hansen and Jason Wagner. Hi, everybody. I'm Lee Felsmo, along with Jim Turner, ex-NFL great. Jim, again, another racquetball championship match, this time in the outdoors.
Well, and it's different, too. There's no back wall, no side wall, no roof. It's a short wall, three-wall short wall. It only comes back to the short line. And in McBride and Sheprow, a team that's never played before together, and I think they're terrifically powerful, but they are underdogs to Mary Lyons and Susan Pfahler.
Well, you're talking about the women's final, and it's a great one. Lyons and Pfahler, definitely the veterans, and that may really work in their favor.
Well, they've played here. They're from Florida, and they play an awful lot. 5 times doubles champions together. They played together for 10 years, but I wouldn't overlook the power of Lauren Sheprow and Robin McBride.
Well, that's going to be a great women's finals. We'll have it for you in just a moment. Welcome back to Gainesville, Florida, the 1991 Penn U.S. Outdoor Three-Wall Championships from the University of Florida. Lee Felsmo and Jim Turner. And we've just finished game 1, won by Mary Lyons and her partner Susan Pfahler. They won 15-7. And Jim, really it was the success of Mary Lyons and her serve that was really tough for Sheprow McBride to even overcome or compete with.
Mary and her serve and their ability to keep the ball in play. As we've said, they've been playing together for 10 years, and that's an obvious advantage over Sheprow and McBride.
Here we are in the final moments of the first game, won 15-7.
And Mary Lyons certainly no stranger to any of the tournaments, winning the bronze medal at the 90 Olympic Festival. She's finished second in the Opens in '84 at the national doubles, as well as third in the Opens in '89. So she knows her court placement, and I think that's what's been particularly outstanding and very evident right here is the way Mary Lyons is placing the ball during the rally.
Well, as we get ready to start game 2, here's Mary Lyons, and courtside, Jim Heiser has some guests. Jim?
Well, Lee, I have 2 members of the U.S. national team, Tim Hansen and Kim Russell. Tim and Kim, you've played racquetball all over the world. And Tim, you're a great indoor national champion in indoor racquetball. What's the big adjustment you have to make when you come to outdoors?
Well, outdoors is a different game, Jim. You have to cut off the ball. You can't afford to let it go past you. Indoors, you have a chance to let it come off the back wall. Out here, got to be aggressive, jump on it right at the top.
And Kimmy, you're a new person to this game. How do you like it?
I love it. It's great being able to play a sport that you enjoy so much outdoors. You've got the sun, you've got the cool air and everything. A lot of people, and it's great.
There they are, members of the U.S. national team.
Thank you very much, Jim Heiser.
And Tim Hansen, one half of the U.S. National Doubles Championship team, along with his partner Jimmy Floyd, and recent champions in the Pacific Rim Championships in Honolulu, defeating Canada along with his partner Jimmy Floyd. They're a great team.
Lauren Sheprow getting ready to start game 2, and it's do or die for them.
Side out.
And side out right away goes to Lyons and Pfahler, and this is where they were getting a lot of points with Mary Lyons serving.
Well, you just watch her serve. She got that hard bounce serve and trying to bring it as deep in the court as she can, and then you put your opponent in a quandary. Do you do the quick pickup slam, and do they try to roll it out or bring it back and play? Now they have a weak return, and Mary and Susan are going to turn around and roll it out.
Half out.
Half out. Ball goes over to Susan Pfahler.
1 serving 0.
1 serving 0. That's exactly how they started game 1.
Long ball, point.
Interesting to note, too, that Lyons and Pfahler learned their racquetball on 3-wall courts. Although they haven't played very much on 3-wall courts, they learned it some years back.
Point.
Point number 3 for Pfahler Lyons. Susan Pfahler now still serving.
0.
Skip ball, almost, not quite good enough for that front wall by Robin McBride. Point number 4.
Point.
And that's point number 5. Still Susan Pfahler serving.
Timeout.
Timeout called, I think, by Sheprow, Robin McBride. Lauren Sheprow takes a timeout again. They don't want this thing to get out of hand already. It's 5-0, and they're getting faced with the opportunity of being shellacked here in game 2. So they'll call a timeout. We will too. 5-0, and Mary Lyons, along with her partner, Susan Pfahler, on a roll. Back in Gator Country, Gainesville, Florida, Leif Elsmo, Jim Turner, and Jim Heiser, the three-wall championships. The crowd looks on as Mary Lyons and her partner Susan Pfahler from right down the road in Jacksonville are in command here. And 5-0, they lead. This game started off, Jim Turner, with Sheprow serving. She lost the first opportunity for a point, and it's been Pfahler Lyons ever since.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what's happening now. The game plan for Lyons and Pfahler has simply been to keep it into play, bring the ball back at the opponents, jam them a little bit, because they're both very, very unfamiliar with one another. And what happens there is your court position. You take this, I take that. They've not really talked to each other this entire tournament about, I've got it, you take it, I take it, that type of thing, and it's important.
Jim, that last point, though, didn't have anything to do with any of that positioning. It was Lauren Sheprow just simply missing it. Is she psychologically losing any kind of competitive edge?
No, I'm just going to tell you this flat out. It's very difficult to locate that ball when it comes off the back wall and comes out of the shadows into the sunlight. Even if you're an experienced player, we've been watching some of the best in the country here, and several times during the match they'll say, I couldn't see it. That's part of outdoor racquetball.
And the first point for Lauren Sheprow and Robin McBride on that exchange. They now are back in 6-1.
Yeah, 6-1, and I think they need to get a hurried run here, or they're going to be very, very quickly out of it. And what we'll see in the rally here is an excellent shot by Sheprow and jamming Pfahler, and it's just so very, very difficult to return that type of shot.
Scores 1, serving 6.
Lauren Sheprow now.
Short.
Ooh, just short. Nice serve.
Second serve. Side out. Oh, sorry, half out.
Robin McBride misses that. Mary Lyons puts it back on the wall. McBride misses it. Sort of a lazy backhand swing, and it's a half out. She now serves. Down by 5. 1-6.
Side out.
We haven't seen Mary Lyons' famous, Florida famous, that is, her gravity kill shot yet. I'll point that out when we do see it.
What do we look for, Jim, in that gravity kill shot?
We're looking for what I call a dinky do. She calls it the gravity kill.
In Colorado, it's the dinky do.
That's right. For Mary, she coined it herself. She's Florida famous gravity kill shot.
Jim Heiser's giving the eyeball. I think they call it something else out there in Colorado Springs.
Yeah, it's a rollout.
Point.
Another point for the combination of Pfahler and Lyons, and they are on a roll.
Score 7, serving 1.
7 serving 1.
Point, sorry, they wanted me to stop. Hold up.
Now, after that point, we've got Lauren Sheprow getting ready to serve.
Score is 1, serving 7.
1-7. 6 straight points to open up game 2. It was Lyons and Pfahler winning 15-7 in game 1.
Boy, what an excellent serve there. It was called out, so it'll be the second serve. But I thought for sure that ball was in, because it really caught Susan Pfahler off guard. A power serve. We get to take another chance to look at this. Look at that. Almost in there, but it was the first real power serve that we've seen out of Lauren Sheprow today.
Here's Lauren now getting set to go. And she's down by 6, 1-7.
Excellent
Good passing shot.
Yeah.
Excellent passing shot by Susan Pfahler.
There's that one where you catch some inexperience in there.
McBride now serving. Serving 1-7. Nice play. Good shot. Good passing shot by Robin McBride. Almost the identical shot that they lost the point on just moments ago.
Seems to me, Leif, they've made a decision in that last time out to start power hitting the ball and stop fooling around and see if that attitude change will change their fortunes of their own game.
Ooh, Lauren Sheprow was playing right up on the wall, and Mary Lyons kept it fast and hard right in her face.
That's one of the most difficult shots there is to bring it right down that cement wall. And we're going to take another look at it. They're trying to play the power game, and you'll see Mary Lyons now coming right down the line, and she knows that she's got Sheprow out of position. Look at that. That's a beautiful shot.
Put it very fast. Mary Lyons, very cagey, put it hard right into her face. Very tough to react quickly enough. And the score now 7-2. Point makes it 8-2.
Yeah, and that was the gravity kill shot right there. Very soft hit, dies right up in the corner. That's her gravity kill. We'll give her credit for that, Leaf.
She, I think, stole that from the dinky do of Jim Turner. Half out.
I think when you're the director of Florida Racquetball, you can name your own shots if you want. She's doing an outstanding job here in Florida.
6 points up now, 8-2. Susan Pfahler and Mary Lyons.
Point. I'm sorry. Side out.
But side out. Maybe the last chance for Sheprow and McBride to get it together. They're down by 6.
Yeah, and I think it's evident that they're going to try to continue hitting everything with power. See if they can catch Lyons and Pfahler off guard.
Wide serve.
All right, that's a side out. Since it's a wide out on the serve in this 3-wall, the rule is that it's a hand out, so it's the serve for your partner now.
Side out.
See, they're both playing. They've both changed their philosophies.
Score is 8.
Pfahler and Mary now playing the little pinch shots up in the corner.
Mary Lyons serving. They're up by 6, 8-2, and that's a half out.
Great return by Robin McBride. They've not been able to do that in both games. That was the first one she was able to return in. It's a hand out.
Nice play again by McBride. And I think that power move was really the thing that's changed. So in game 2, we pick up the action 8-2. Pfahler Lyons winning game 1, 15-7. And at 8-2, they are in control of game 2. Let's see what happens here, because Lauren Sheprow and Robin McBride are putting on a little bit of pressure right now. Jim, they have adjusted their game after a timeout and are going to be a little more aggressive, it seems.
Well, they're going to have to do something in here. They're going to be blown right off the court again. McBride's really trying to slam it over there at Mary Lyons for some reason when she's had some terrific opportunities, like right now, to pinch it and put it away.
Mary Lyons almost got enough of it to make it effective, but not quite enough.
I think they feel that Mary might be creeping up just a little bit, and they're going to try to jam her with the ball. And we're going to be able to see that once again, as McBride has a tremendous amount of power. And she has the feeling that Mary Lyons is playing just a bit close, and you'll see how she jammed her with the ball.
Scores 3.
So a point as a result of that, 3-8 in game 2. We're in Gator country, the University of Florida outdoor courts for the 3-wall championship. Lee Felsmo, Jim Turner, and Jim Heiser on the sideline, bringing you this action and our Prime Network coverage of championship racquetball for 1991. There you go. You got one more game to 15 for Pfahler and Lyons, and they are the outdoor champions.
Score is 4. Serving 8.
2 straight points, though, and 4-8. If you look at from when it was 6-0, it's 4-2 from that point in favor of Sheprow McBride, Jim. So they're doing something a little bit better.
Well, Sheprow's not been afraid at all, Leaf, as we've noticed, to call timeouts very quickly. And they get in the shade and they talk about this. Nice shot by McBride. She's got a very strong forehand, able to pull it over for a wide pinch shot. I think they're getting just a little more comfortable. Mary Lyons now asking Martha McDonald, the referee, to watch for some screens. She's feeling that Lauren Sheprow is standing in front of her and screening her for some shots.
Well, at one point it was 6-0. Pfahler and Lyons were leading, and since that point it's 6-2 in favor of Sheprow McBride.
And there's a perfect example of what Mary Lyons was asking. She's saying, look, she's stepping right in my road. I can't see the ball, and if I do hit the ball, I ding her with it. And sometimes that can be called unavoidable.
Now down by 2. This is as close as they've been for a while.
Excellent get by Mary Lyons. And we'll get into that as to how you can run out of the court of play on another court and return it. And that's exactly what we saw. That's one of the unique, I was waiting for that to happen. That's one of the unique things about three-wall outdoors is you get the ball, it bounces in play, but obviously since there's no sidewall, it'll go all the way across into another court. And you watch, here's what happened. This is the uniqueness of this. She's going all the way into another court, hits it soft enough to make the return and keep the ball in play. That really is a fantastic play and a return by Mary Lyons.
And she gets the point for it. Side out. She's now serving. There she is, Mary Lyons, after that tremendous effort about 7 yards off of the court dimensions. She gets to serve.
See that power again with McBride, just jamming the opponent. Forehand, she'll jam Mary Lyons. That time backhand, she jams Susan Pfahler.
And here it is again, the power of that play.
It really is. This she really has some power and not afraid to use it now at all. I think they're getting a little bit of a second life.
And in the meantime, another point. Susan Pfahler serving. So right now the score 9, serving 6.
Half out, side out. Score is 6, serving 9.
Side out now, and Sheprow McBride really been playing very much improved since 6 points into this game.
Well, she changed her strategy. A lob serve right down the middle, and Mary Lyons just dinking it up to the right corner. She was having success with the power serve and changed her philosophy, and it didn't work.
Skip ball. McBride had it right in front of her and just mishit that ball. It'll be a side out.
Score is 9, serving.
You notice the difference in the attitude, even though they're still behind, is that McBride and Sheprow are just trying to jam the opponents and hit the ball as hard as they can.
9, serving 6.
Mary Lyons back to the serve, trying to get control of this game again.
Wide ball.
Ball wide. Sheprow McBride really making a big push. They've won 6 out of the last 9 points,
Serving 6.
but that one got away from them. So now 10-6, and they've got to start tightening it up right here. You get that double figures, Jim, I think it's a little tighter around the throat area.
Well, it really does. And I'll tell you what, I think when McBride and Sheprow get out of this game, they're going to talk to each other and say, you know, we could become a very good doubles team if we work together.
Long ball.
Long ball on the serve, but once again, Mary Lyons using her outstanding experience, the high lob and bringing it deep to the court. It's very difficult to make any type of return on that. Hear the little sound on our above head microphone, that ball going out of the court as Sheprow calls timeout and hits the big screen on top.
We'll take a short break. Sheprow McBride trying to get some kind of combination to stay competitive with Susan Pfahler and Mary Lyons, as they are all set to win 2 in a row. If they do, they'll be the 1991 three-wall champions in the women's doubles division. Stay with us.
Mary, I saw you talking to the referee on this side of the court. What were you talking about?
Well, it appeared to me that as Robin hit her drive serve that I couldn't go down the line. I was impeded because Lauren was coming out off, and I was wanting to know if she was going to call a hinder on that, because I kept taking my shot cross court, and that really isn't to my advantage to do that. So I was asking if she would call a hinder on that, and she said, go ahead and take your shot. So I did.
And Jim Turner's asking me, where's that gravity kill?
Well, the gravity kill is just a shot that's been that I've been blessed to have in my repertoire. It's more used in the four-wall game, but it's sort of the shot that you just give it direction and let gravity take over, and it just dribbles up front. It's one of my favorite shots.
So we'll look for it in the last 4 points. Good luck.
Thanks, Jim.
Back to you, Jim.
All right, thank you
Leif.
very much, Jim Heiser.
Thank you, and we did get to see the gravity kill one time, and now she's got the power dink that she wants to try for us if she can. Boy, these women, they get a little bit of airtime, and they coin every phrase they can.
All right, this is a look at Sheprow and McBride. Robin McBride standing up, and Sheprow, they're in the shade, which is something they were not doing earlier on in Game 1. Now, they lost Game 1, 15-7. And Game 2, they are faced with possible elimination. They're down by a very, very positive factor in your recreation, leisure part of your life. Racquetball is a great conditioning sport. It's a great way to compete on all levels, and we invite you to call that 800 number. this is Pfahler going over there and talking to her kid.
Oh yeah, 7-month-old Cameron. He's getting ready. Yeah, we've been talking with him for a couple of days. They got the racket ready for him real soon.
So he gets a little bit of airtime before Susan Pfahler and Mary Lyons look to take this one out. 4 more points, and they are ready to go. Referee there in the bottom of your screen, a very, very successful player in her own right, Martha McDonald. 21 national titles to her credit.
Ellen, this would just add to another of the long list of doubles titles that Pfahler and Lyons have racked up over the last 10 years as partners.
12, serving 6.
Score 12-6.
Boy, excellent shot by McBride. Excellent shot. You know what I think they're going to come out of this finding is that Sheprow is very outstanding on the backhand side. McBride, when she gets her confidence and they play a little better, she's terrific on the forehand side.
Score 6, serving 12 as the side out. And from the point 6-0 in game 2, where Pfahler and Lyons were leading 6-0, it's been an even game.
Score 7, serving 12.
Point there. So 2 straight. 2 straight. Now it's 8-12. And the overhead angle really shows the reach there that was required and not even available. A beautiful hit by Sheprow to put it out of bounds on the far side. And that range, that overhead shot gives you that scope of range. You've got to play beyond the limits of the court, which makes this game very unusual.
You better be quick, that's for sure.
And all the instincts, Jim, you have in 4-ball, you might as well leave them home.
Yeah, absolutely. You've got to leave them home. Maybe the only thing you can keep is the little pinch shots up front.
Well, that was a tremendous reaction get by Sheprow, but she was stunned for a moment and really didn't get herself set for the next point. So that was a critical point in this game, too, and maybe in the match as we look at Mary Lyons.
You know, and one of the things we've been talking about, we noticed all week by being here, is all 4 players, since there is no back wall side, will get right up next to each other in these rallies, and that's why you're able to successfully jam your opponent and allow them not to have a return.
So 12-8 the score. Sheprow with a beautiful get on a reaction move that left her out of position. Ball's long, it'll be second serve, and there's your scoring. Lyons and Pfahler winning game 1 and threatening to win the match right here in game 2. They lead. But now the push by Sheprow McBride.
There's McBride with that power forehand shot. 9-12.
Skip ball. 10-12.
Well, it really is bothering Mary Lyons that Lauren Sheprow is moving out. When the ball's served to her, she feels Sheprow's hindering her shot. She wants to bring it down that left wall.
Now that time McBride came to the near wall, maybe trying to fool Susan Pfahler. Didn't get it quite deep enough. Just outside, so that's point number 11. And we're getting very, very close and very competitive. 1 more point. This is a tie game. Good look at Robin McBride.
Well, it's just a matter of confidence. There's no change of abilities. There's no change of any skill level or anything. As she shoots it, you can see that it's wide. It's just a matter of confidence.
McBride now on a roll. 3 straight points. She's serving. If they can win game 2 here, we've got a huge momentum shift.
Score is 11, serving 12.
11 serving 12. 5 of the last 6 points have been served by McBride, Sheprow.
2 appeal to serve. Short, second serve.
On the appeal, it's still a short serve.
Side out.
And that was a satellite shot.
Moonball.
Moonball, says Mary Lyons.
That's a runaway shot there.
Well, you know, that cement wall, probably not perfect like an indoor court. They may have caught a little cement spur up there, and that sent that one flying.
I don't think the guy that built those walls is going to like to hear you say that, but quite frankly, they're done very, very well, but that may have happened. But I'm not going to say that.
Well, neither of us are tall enough to go up and check that out, so that's a theory that I'll have to go unchallenged.
12, serving 11.
Half side out, 12-11. Mary Lyons does not get a point. Her first chance late in game 2.
Hinderball.
Critical point and a hinder ball. We haven't had that many hinders called, Jim Turner.
No, we really haven't, because you have the ability to move in and out of the court. But I really feel that part of Sheprow's game plan is to be able to continue to stand in front of Mary, and you can see it as it's called by the referee Martha McDonald. As you see it, but I think she's doing it on purpose because and I'm not saying cheating, but I think she's very used to hindering and maybe bluffing when you get into the 4-wall games. Sometimes that's part of your game plan.
Score remains 12-11. Favor of Lyons.
So you could have called a hinder right there. She's asking for a hinder, and quite frankly, if we get a shot to see that again, I think that's a bona fide hinder. But we'll see.
That's not a hinder. It's coming right down the wall.
We're going to take another look at this as we see Sheprow reach behind. There is just a shade of body contact. I really think she has good cause to ask for and receive a hinder. And it was excellent camera work by our people here in Gainesville. Excuse me.
Just down the road from Jacksonville, and that's Mary Lyons and Susan Pfahler's country. Uh-oh, getting to be crunch time.
Yeah, it is.
Point for Pfahler. 14 now. And we have our first match point. Timeout called by Lauren Sheprow. Boy, she uses them beautifully. And this is maybe her last chance to make an effective timeout. They are threatened by that team, Pfahler and Lyons, moving on for the championship. One more point will do it. We'll be back to Gainesville in just a moment. Back in Gainesville, Florida, we're up to match point, our first match point. Serving is Susan Pfahler, her partner Mary Lyons, and right now talking to the referee is Lauren Sheprow, her partner Robin McBride. But Lauren Sheprow talking to the referee still about what might be the greatest match, Jim.
Yeah, I would adhere to that. I don't believe that it's going to be the tide turner, if you will, but I think she's got a bona fide appeal there. I do believe she was hindered by Mary Lyons. She couldn't reach over on the backhand, neither reach the ball nor see it. And again, I'm not going to say it turns the game, but I think she's got a terrific appeal. And she's not going to win it because Martha's not going to buy it. Martha's got a great deal of experience.
Maybe we can get Jim Heiser just to talk about it, because Jim Heiser has a lot of experience in these tournaments.
We'll just pick it up live on the mic.
Because it's on the wall, I'm not going to give you the hinder. You must hold up if it's a hinder.
I disagree with that. If you watch,
I'm going to make that call the same way every time.
Watch racquetball and watch when people put their hand up and they go for the shot anyway.
Lawrence telling Martha to watch racquetball. Martha's been picking up
Except
21
if you made
titles.
the shot and then you wanted the hinder after you it looked like it was the wall that caused you to miss the ball, not her. Well, I had to go with that call.
All right, well, let's get Jim Heiser's opinion. Jim, you've seen all the national tournaments.
It seems like the girl on the left-hand side, she thought she was hindered, and personally I thought she was hindered also. It looked like there was a little contact as she was going across, and the referee didn't apparently see that contact, but it looked like there was a hinder.
Yeah,
all right, we've got two people that are leaning a little bit toward the hinder call, and this will be match point nevertheless. As we know, the referee's calls are cement after they're made.
Well, and I think they might be coming at Sheprow since she's been doing a lot of the talking. Now it's a high reverse serve.
Little pinch misses, and Susan Pfahler had a chance to put this one away, side out. Sheprow now with a little bit of revenge. She has a chance for revenge.
Yeah, we're going to go back and take another look at the hinder that we've been talking about.
Just a second, though, and we'll look at the hinder in a moment. This point going through. Sheprow serving.
11 serving, 14.
And that's
there it is, right there. See, I think that is a definite hinder, and Martha just decided not to give it to her. Again, I'm not going to say it changes the course of the game, but there's no question that certain calls and certain non-calls during any athletic event will change it.
Well, she's got a straight 1 point on her serve. It's now 12-14. They're within 3 of winning game 2 themselves. What a big turnaround that would be. And that one from the back wall, half out.
Mary got one of those great overhand shots in, and that's pure experience there. It takes nerve to take a shot like that.
And we'll take a second here to look at it from the high camera.
Hey, I'll tell you something. When your opponents are coming up on you, even though you got 14 points and they're coming up with 12 or so, and you take a backhand overhead tennis shot from about 20 or 38 feet, that takes a lot of nerve, and she did it successfully.
They got a half out, so the beauty of playing doubles is even it's so critically close right now, Jim Turner, but they get another chance to win a point because it's only a half out. Skip ball, point, 13-14. The drama really getting thick here. I'll tell you what, 13-14. One more point, and it's tied.
Well, McBride and Sheprow are catching Mary and Susan Pfahler side by side.
Wide ball there.
Yeah.
This Game 2 is tied at 14.
We are looking at the potential of a tiebreaker.
There you go.
That's it. And I'll tell you where it changed. The course of the second game changed with the philosophy. Power hitting on the part of Lauren and Robin. Power hitting.
Let's take a moment to talk to Jim Heiser, because he's got Lauren Sheprow right now, and maybe he can put some little bit of added focus on how important Game 2 was. Jim?
Well, Lauren, you became a little bit exciting, got a little bit powerful there on the left-hand side. What was the discussion about?
Well, I thought that I could have gotten to a ball that Martha disagreed. She thought that the ball was against the wall, and so I didn't have a very good shot at it, but I thought it was the fact that Mary was in my way. I could have had a better shot, but I just could not have seen the ball. So.
Well, you seemed to turn to a real power game during the middle of that game when you were down 6-0. You went to power, and it really changed things. Are you going to go that way in the third game?
Well, I think we're just going to try and stick with what's been working. Robin's drive serves have been going in really, really well, and it's given Mary some trouble, so we'll probably stay with that, and I'll just keep trying to serve and to keep him out of position.
Well, do you think that call kind of fired you up a little bit, you and your partner? It seemed like you just turned things right around as soon as that call went.
Yeah. When things like that happen, it just has a tendency to get you going, so,
okay.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you. Back to you, Leif.
All right, that'll do it for Game 2. What a comeback. They were down 12-7, and they rolled on to win. They were down 14-11, still winning 15-14 to force the tiebreaker. We'll have it for you on our Prime Network coverage of Championship Racquetball. We're back in Gainesville, Florida, on the campus of the University of Florida, and look at this, a comeback by the team of Lauren Sheprow and Robin McBride to force a tiebreaker. It was Pfahler and Lyons winning Game 1, 15-7. They were ahead 6-0 in Game 2. The comeback was dramatic. They were down, Sheprow and McBride were 14-11, Jim. They scored the last 5 points, or last 4 points, to win that one to force the tiebreaker.
And it comes after a Sheprow timeout and a change of philosophy where they play a little power ball in trying to jam both Mary Lyons and Susan Pfahler.
Tiebreaker goes to 11 points.
11 points and 2 timeouts, and that's exactly what we're looking at here in the tiebreaker.
I tell you, that might be the biggest restriction of all. 2 timeouts for Lauren Sheprow. That might throw her whole game off.
She likes to use those timeouts, but I think she uses them wisely.
So, of course, starting at the 0-0, this is it. 3-wall championship on the line. Wide ball, so side out, and right away, Lyons and Pfahler lose the opportunity to score. Momentum shift has really come over to the Sheprow McBride team.
1-0. Serving up a duck for Mary. And she hadn't taken a long kill shot the entire first 2 matches. And wasn't ready for that one. Notice they've taken just a little bit of power off the ball, Leif.
Another point, 3-0, and look at the momentum and look at the confidence in Lauren Sheprow and her partner Robin McBride. Sheprow looks to be the spiritual, the emotional leader of that combination.
Oh, I don't think there's any question about it. That might just be the personality of both the competitors, but if it comes 4-zip here, I would assume that Mary would call a timeout.
You know, we talk about the combinations here. Point stands. Now it's 4-0. Jim Turner, what does age have to do with maybe the comeback here? The comeback of Sheprow and McBride. They are 30 years old, 25 years old, respectively. Pfahler, 36, Lyons, 33. Now, this is a very hot, very muggy. We're into the tiebreaker. Is that
I don't think it has anything to do with it. No, I don't think it has anything to do with it at all. But as we take a look at the hinder, a very good call, obvious call when you have one competitor running into the other one. The rule is explicit when there's body contact. But getting back to your question, no, I don't think you're going to get tired at this age. And they're both from Florida. They're both used to this heat, and they both play a lot of racquetball.
That ball's out, and look at that, 5 points for Sheprow and McBride. So it's 5-0, and because of that quick 5-point lead, the first lead they've had since they won game 2, that's a timeout by Pfahler and Lyons. We'll pick up action in the tiebreaker when we return to Gainesville. We're back at the tiebreaker, 5-0. Sheprow McBride really doing a number on the combination of Lyons Pfahler, who won game 1. So after coming back to win the tiebreaker, they're in control, or winning game 2, they're in control of the tiebreaker. Jim Heiser on the sideline again.
Well, your wife's down 5-0, and the tiebreaker actually came over. What kind of coaching did you give her?
I just told her to stay off this side wall a little bit and let the 2-wall shots go to. Let those 2 walls go to Mary's, or come right to Mary's forehand. And I told her not to get herself caught inside the wall.
Active participant on the sidewall here, Leaf.
That is Susan Pfahler's husband, and Randy is his name. Of course, Cameron, the child, we've talked about. Let's get back to the tiebreaker, though, because this is where all the action is. Game 1 was all Lyons Pfahler. They won 15-7. Game 2, it was Sheprow McBride with a dramatic comeback to win by 1. And since then, Jim Turner, it's been all Sheprow McBride.
No, and you notice every time that the Sheprow and McBride have the timeout, Lauren goes right over into the shade, gets as much shade as she can, and fills up with fluids. Everybody down here, you just have to do that in this humidity.
Especially when Richcraft gives you dark black shirts. Those are indoor shirts, to be sure. Robin McBride serving. Beautiful shot by Sheprow, and look at the confidence level change. When she started in game 1, you talked about the fact that she hasn't played that much out here. She has learned a real load since she's played in this championship.
Well, I tell you what, racquetball's racquetball when you're getting into the pinch shots. If we take another look, she does it with the power backhand pinch, and Susan Pfahler just not able to get up and make a return at all.
She made it very tough, very close to the ground. That shot was beautiful. 6-0, 6 straight points. That's the way Pfahler and Lyons opened up game 2. But that 6-0 lead did not hold. Sheprow McBride came back, and they came back big. Momentum still in their favor. Good look at Mary Lyons for the moment.
Wide ball, point!
Wide ball, another point. And playing to 11, Jim, this is really going to be a blowout. 8-0.
It's timeout again. It's timeout time again.
Skip ball, side out.
Let's see if they can turn the tide a little bit. I'll guarantee you the people with the tight throat and the tight shorts that time were the champions of many a tournament, and that's Pfahler and Lyons. They can't believe they're down 8-zip. They cannot believe this.
And you heard Mary Lyons screaming at herself, trying to get herself charged up.
Score 0, serving 8.
Still no score. They're replaying that ball.
Boy, there's that great serve again. I really like that.
No hinder call, and that's exactly the same spot where Lauren Sheprow was wondering about why she didn't get the call.
Exactly. That's a great shot by Robin McBride. Outstanding shot. Pulling it over there. There's no deep sidewall there.
That's
bounces
a wide ball.
In and out. They got to go.
Well, it was a half out, so they're still serving Pfahler and Lyons. This is Susan Pfahler now serving, and she gets the first point for her team. We're only playing to 11 in the tiebreaker, so it's crunch time. And that hit the very end of the court, came ricocheting back.
It almost got the cameraman, too.
Just about knocked out Luke St. Ange, executive director of the ARA.
Hazardous duty. That's a good indication, however, of Robin McBride's power. Hinder ball call by Martha McDonald.
2, serving 8. Check your receiver.
2 serving 8. It's Susan Pfahler coming up big.
2 serving 8.
That'll be wide. 3 points. A little bit of drama here. And a timeout by Sheprow. She's used up her timeout right here, one of them. 1 timeout for each team. It's 3-8 with Susan Pfahler serving. They've got to make up a few to have a chance to win the championship. We're only playing to 11 in the tiebreaker from Gainesville. Florida, the beautiful Gainesville area, the University of Florida. And look at the crowd just enjoying the beautiful sun here. It's absolutely gorgeous. If you're a spectator, if you're a player, it's pretty hot and humid, Jim Turner.
Oh, but boy, they all utilize this. They say their Saturday and Sunday 9 and 10 o'clock matches here are just jam-packed on the 16 courts that they have here right on campus. And once again, right behind us, the beautiful Florida Gator football stadium, where they're making an addition to put several thousand more seats in.
They're spending some money back there, aren't they? Ooh, the revenue sports.
Okay.
Well, Steve Spurrier, one of the great coaches in all of America on any level. I've said it before, I think he's one of the top 2 to 3, whether he's in college or in the pros. Steve was a teammate of mine for a short while he finished up his career with the Denver Broncos, and he's just a brilliant coach.
Jim Turner is still the 3rd leading scorer of all time in the National Football League. You got 2 pretty good kickers ahead of you there, Jim.
Yeah, Jan Stenerud and George Blandon. George played forever. 26 years.
Point again for Susan Pfahler. She's got now 4 straight. And we've got a real match going here for the tiebreaker.
Yeah, and I think Lauren's got to realize that she can't quickly call a timeout now, as she did in the other game. She got to think about it. She only has 1 timeout left.
Wide ball, point again, 5-8. It was 8 straight points for Sheprow McBride, then 5 straight so far for Lyons and her partner Pfahler. Or Pfahler.
Boy, I'll tell you what, Lauren Sheprow not afraid to play tight, play close.
Skip ball. That was the longest rally of the match.
And they give up a point, too.
Susan Pfahler did a beautiful job. And they're contesting that point, but let's take a look. Beautiful rally.
It's an outstanding rally. It's a long rally. Many shots, many gets in there, and the finality of it all is Susan Pfahler able to bring it right back at herself down the right wall.
6 serving 8. Here we are taking like the last part of that from the overhead shot.
One more time, an excellent ball placement on the part of Susan Pfahler. Oh boy, there is an indoor mistake right there on outdoor court, hitting it that high, trying to bring it over so it'll stay in bounds and then bounce way out. Does not work.
Well, you're talking about the point number 7, which we've just seen. It's 7-8, almost a tie game. Hitting the wire above the court.
All right, side out.
Side out.
Now let's see if they can serve it out, Leaf. Let's see if they are going to be able to maintain the confidence and the offensive aggression that they've had.
Well, 7 straight points for Lyons' team, and mostly on the serve of Susan Pfahler.
Oh yeah, perfect. We complimented Robin McBride on the forehand slam that took it out of play for a point. Same shot for Lauren coming over to the right side.
Lauren Sheprow, it's point number 9, 2 points away from the 3-wall championship, the outdoor championship. Beautiful hit, and Robin gets back a shot she missed moments ago.
That's a quick pickup and a rollout. That's very difficult.
And a timeout called by Pfahler Lyons. We'll take a break. We'll come back. It's match point coming up for Lauren Sheprow and Robin McBride. We're back in Gainesville, Florida, and this is match point for Sheprow McBride. What a dramatic comeback. They lost game 1. They were down 6-0 in game 2, came back and won game 2 by 1 point. And now they have a potential match point, and there it is.
There it is.
Sheprow McBride with a dramatic comeback, taking the tiebreaker 11-7.
And I'll tell you what, Leif Elsmo, that is a stunning upset. I said earlier in the match in the first game that after McBride and Sheprow that I thought we're going to lose this match, they'd talk to each other and say, you know, we're pretty good. They got pretty good in just 2 games and changed their philosophy to power hitting and really turn the tide.
Well, it was a dramatic win. We'll take a short break and come back and talk to the winning team of Lauren Sheprow and Robin McBride. They are the winners in the women's doubles 3-wall outdoor championships. There it is, tremendous comeback for Sheprow McBride. They lost game 1, 15-7. They were down 6-0 in game 2, came back to win by 1, 15-14, and then they went off to an 8-0 lead in that short tiebreaker. And Jim Turner, they were just sensational. When they got the momentum, they'd never let up.
Well, and I think it came from those quick timeouts that Lauren Sheprow called, and I know they talked a little bit about it. And it was obvious that they changed their philosophy of power hitting and trying to jam their opponents, and it was successful.
Let's go to Jim Heiser with the winning combination on the sideline.
Robin McBride, Lauren Sheprow, 1991 National Outdoor Champions. When you went to power, it changed the game. Robin, very quiet out there, but you turned power on. It changed the game. What was your philosophy when you went to that change?
Well, I know that Susan and Mary have primarily a soft, game, great dinks, and we just decided to go ahead and stick with our game and change it around and go with power and try and jam them, with the side walls, and it worked out. So.
And Lauren, that call changed your whole mental aspect. You got mad and mean out there.
I guess I did, and it seemed to work, so, I can't mess with success, so I'm not going to try and analyze it.
Well, congratulations to you both. 1991 Outdoor National Champions. Jim?
All right, thank you very much, Jim Heiser. We'll be back with more from Gainesville, the University of Florida 3-wall outdoor championships from Gainesville. Stay with us.